girls. Today we're going to do a little bit more of surface area of solids, and today we're working on a square bottom pyramid. So a square bottom pyramid, and I'm going to draw the net of it for you, will look something similar to this. So your base is going to be a square, is the base, and then you have four triangles, and those four triangles are going to be equal triangles. So I'm going to give you a couple examples. So if the square, let's pretend it was 15 centimeters squared, and one of the triangles was, let's say, 20 centimeters squared. So if one's 20, that means they're all 20. Oops. And then if you add that up, you got 80 plus 15, you'll have 95 centimeters squared. Okay, so your goal is to find the area of the square, and then you have four triangles. So let's move on and look at a couple examples. So for this one here, I'm going to do it first with you, and then again, like always, the rest of them, you're going to have a piece of paper, or you could download the lesson off of Schoology, and you're going to solve the problems on a piece of paper with a pencil. Make sure you pause, then hit play to see me do it and give you an answer. But the first one, let's do together. So the first one here, I can see that this down here is the square. So the area for the square will equal side squared. So we have 10. So area will equals 10 times 10. And it's 10 times 10. It is not 10 times 2. So that area will equal 100 inches squared. That is going to be for the square. Then we have the triangle here. Now look, you could do many things here. What you could do is figure out 1 and then multiply it by 4, because there's going to be 4 triangles, as we said before. This is what, and that's fine, but this is what I would do. So the area of all 4 triangles, we have 4 times 1/2 base times height. The reason why I'm doing a 4 there is because there's 4 of them. So now I fill in what I know. Area equals 4 times 1/2. The base is 10, and the height is 12. Okay, let me just move this up a little bit. All right, now I'm going to simplify. So 4.5. So it's 4 over 1. I divide by 2 here. So there's going to be 2 times 10 times 12. Okay, so now the area will equal 2 times 10 is 20. So it's 20 times 12. And then area will equal, and you can do this in your head, 2 times 12 is 24, add a 0, and you got 240 inches squared. You add those together. This, again, remember, is the square at the bottom. These are your triangles, so you have 340 inches squared. Now let's say you did this, though. Instead of using the 4, you figured out one triangle. So it'd be 1/2 times 10 times 12. Half of 10 is 5 times 12 will equal 60, but that's 1. Then you have to times it by 4, and you get 240. So you could do it that way, or you could do it this way. I do it this way. I think it's a little bit of a shortcut. Okay, let's move on. So we have, that's the one that we just did. So you can see that the book, if you pause it, you can see how the book did it. It's basically the same way that I did do it. All right, so here's what I'd like you to, and again, this is just another example of one right here. So the base below here, the square is, sides are 5. So it's 5 squared is 25. Then we have the triangle. Triangle's base, 1/2 base times height times 4. So this would be 8 times 5 is 40, times 2 is 80, so it should be 105 total, and it is. Okay, now I did that really quick. Here's what I'd like you to do. Try this one down here. So you want to figure out the square first, and then figure out the 4 triangles and add it together. I'm going to slide this up. So try this one. When you got it, pause it, then hit play, and then I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so it says here, what's the surface area of the square pyramid with a base length of 9? So that means that the square has sides of 9. So it'll be 9 squared. So the square is 81, and it's 81 centimeters squared. The triangle, the height is 7. The base is 9. So again, I'm going to use the 4. We have 4 times 1/2 base 9 times 7. So 4 take a half of 4, which is 2. We simplify. So it's 2 times 9 times 7. I'm going to just do 9 times 7 first. It's 63. So it's 2 times 63. Oops, that's a 3, not a 2. So 2 times 63 is going to be 126, and that is centimeters squared. So we add 126 for the triangles, 81 for the square, and I get 207 centimeters squared. Okay, let's try another one. So you have 2 to do here. You don't need to worry about this. Oops. This part here, you don't have to fill it out. This one, you have this, the bases are 20, the sides. The height is 12 for the triangles. This one, you're going to need a calculator. The base is 6, the height is 15.7. So go ahead, pause it, and then hit play when you're ready. Okay, so let's go over this one. The first one, which is number 16. So I'm going to work on I always work on the square first. So the square will equal area equals 20 squared. So 20 squared is 400, and that's feet squared. The triangles are going to be 4 times 1/2 times the base, which is 20, times 12, which is the height. Okay, so 4 and 1/2 is 2, so it's 2 times 20 times 12. 2 times 20 is 40. 40 times 12. And this is how I do it quickly. 4 times 12 is 48. Add a 0 is 480 feet squared. So 480 plus 400 is 880 feet squared. Sorry. Okay, so that's number 16. Let's do number 17. I'm going to just move it up. So number 17, we're going to do I like to do the square first. So it's 6 area will equal 6 squared. So area for the square is 36 centimeters. Then for the triangles, area, let me just erase that. Area equals 4 times 1/2. You didn't have to put a times there. Base is 6 times 15.7, which is the height. So let's do this. So area will equal 2, because I simplified, times 6 times 15.7. So area will equal 12 times 15.7. That's a time, sorry. Area will equal, let me just do it on my calculator, will equal, 188 and 4/10 centimeters squared. And this should be squared up here too. All right, so we add 188 and 4/10 plus 36. So it's 4, 14, 2, 224 and 4/10 centimeters squared. Okay. I think we have a couple more. All right, so try this one. The height is 3, the base is 4. This one you might be able to do in your head. All right, pause and hit play. Okay, so the area of the square is going to be 16 inches squared because it's 4 times 4, plus 4 times 1/2 times base is 4 times 3 is the height for the triangles. So that's 2 times 4 times 3. So that's 8 times 3 is 24. That's for the triangles, and add 16. And when we add 16, we get 40 inches squared for the surface area of that pyramid. All right, so we have 2 more to do. I think that's it. Yep, 2 more to do. You guys pause and hit play, and then I'll go over the answers. Okay, for this one, you can see the bases for the square are 6, so it's 6 squared. So that would be 36 feet squared. All right, so again, area for the triangles, area equals 4 times 1/2. Oops, I don't like what I did there. Let me rewrite that. Area will equal 4 times 1/2. Base is 6 times 9 is the height. Area equals, simplify there, 2 times 6 times 9. Area equals 2 times 6 is 12. 12 times 9, we have 12 times 9, and 12 times 9 is 108. So area equals 108 feet squared. And then we're going to add 108 and 36. So 108 and 36, we get 144 feet squared. Oops, sorry, it's a little sloppy. Next one. So bottom, the square is 4 times 4 is 16 centimeters squared. Then you have 4 triangles times 1/2. Oops, let me erase that. 4 times 1/2 times base, which is 4, times the height, which is 6. So the area equals 2 times 4 times 6. Area equals 8 times 6 is 48. We add the 16 from the square, and I get 64 centimeters squared. Okay, boys and girls, make sure you do the homework and make sure you mark yes. And don't forget to come to office hours when we have office hours, because we usually play Kahoot, and I go over any questions that you have. All right, have a great day, boys and girls.